Okay, we are all right. We're back, and this is something that I kind of wanted to do last night, actually, after the Blue Jackets game. But I guess you have to ask for you have to tell YouTube you want to start live streaming, and then wait for 24 hours for some reason. I guess it's like a deterrent for people who just want to turn on their webcam and do something awful. I guess that you have to wait for a day. But yeah, it was a little annoying. But there are some things to go over. And again, this is mostly just like a test kind of thing. I just want to test out how the live stream is going and all kind of like that. So we're just going to go over some of the things that have happened in the last day or two. We're going to start with the Guardians' win over the Rays in Game 1. I will be doing a more formal review of the wild card series whenever that ends. Shane Bieber was really good in the win for the Guardians over the Rays. He pitched a phenomenal game. I think it was I forget if they pulled him in after 7 2/3, or I think he did got a full. I think it was either 7 2/3 or a full. Uh, 7 innings, whatever. But he was great. He was amazing. He only gave up the one home run and very little hits. Jose Ramirez with his heroics, he hit that home run, and that annoying review after where it was pretty obvious that the guy in front of him touched second base, but he just for some reason that review took like 5 minutes to get done. It was whatever. But anyway, the Guardians got it done with really great pitching, solid defense. Whenever you look at the errors and there's a 0 under the error stat, then you know the defense had a solid game. And Jose Ramirez with his heroics. The only issue is that for some fans it started at noon. I understand that that's kind of an annoying time for those kind of things to start. It's nice for me because I do like to get the games kind of out of the way because I would have been nervous about it the whole day. But I understand that for noon, that's not a great start time for a lot of people. We're going to move on to the Cleveland Browns. We're going to stay in Cleveland. So Myles Garrett is going to play, which again, I think it's phenomenal. It's Myles Garrett seems extremely lucky that after just 2 weeks after he rolls his car over all those times that he will be available to play in an NFL game. That's incredible. Jadeveon Clowney and Taven Bryan are both questionable. Even if all those three are healthy and playing, I don't know if I can trust their defense to keep up with the Chargers offense. And I don't know if the Browns offense can keep up with the Chargers offense if this does turn into a shootout. Although Keenan Allen is out for the Chargers, but the Chargers still have plenty of offensive weapons to throw the ball to for Justin Herbert, who Justin Herbert in the offense for the Chargers looked really good last week. I know it's the Texans, but the Browns defense has looked inferior. Opponents look good before. I think for this week, Amari Cooper needs to get involved early. That was something that the offense was missing last week. Amari Cooper was essentially shut down by the Falcons' top cornerback. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. And maybe if they do stick their top cornerback on, the Browns can scheme him open with some kind of thing. Kevin Stefanski has done pretty good when he sets his mind to getting a guy open on a particular scheme. I am going to move on to the Blue Jackets preseason game against the Blues, which originally I wanted to do this live stream test for. They win 7-0. I'm not, it doesn't make me encouraged more than it has, before the season because it's a preseason game. The Blues they weren't really icing an NHL roster, but essentially it was the Blue Jackets' much better roster doing what they should have done against a vastly inferior Blues team. It was nice to see Boone Jenner and Tarasov go for the full game. It's nice to see those two getting back and being healthy, especially if Corpy isn't ready to go. Then maybe they give Tarasov the backup role, or maybe they still put Tarasov to get a lot of starts in Cleveland and get something like Jet Greaves to back up Elvis at the start of the season. Yegor Shinikov continues his amazing preseason. He's definitely earned himself a roster spot when he was definitely firmly on the bubble to begin camp, but he's earned his way through camp and preseason games to get a starting role there. Again, not really sure what to make of this game because the Blues had such a worse roster, and they also had plane issues, so they got there to the arena very shortly before the game started. So anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to cover. Again, most of this video is just going to be a test of the live feature. I mean, it seems to be working fine. Nobody's here, of course, because no, hardly any. I'm usually just screaming into the void with my videos anyway, and now you get to see me yell into the void in real time. Now that's the only difference, really. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Again, this was mostly just to test out my live stream. All right, well, I will see you at the next one.